Hello. Today we are going to learn about this cool Python feature called interning. So let's first start the Python REPL and see this in action. So I'm going to declare first a variable called a, and I'm declare another variable that is b. So um, I want to assign the same value to a and b. So if I print the value of a, that is 1, and the value of b, that is also 1. So if I do a is b, it says true, meaning a and b, they are actually pointing to the same memory address. And I can also print the memory address of a using hex method on the id method of a. And I can do the same for b, and I see that the same memory addresses is getting printed, right? So a and b, they are both pointing to the same memory address. And what if a had value 1000 and b also has a value of 1000? Now if I do a is b, then I can see that it says false, meaning a and b both are pointing to the different memory addresses. So why this is happening? Well, this is all happening because of a Python feature called as interning. So values from 0, not 0 actually, from -5 to 56, this range of values, they are already declared within the RAM by your Python program. So every time you are using these values by any variable, instead of allocating freshly in the memory location, these values which are pre-allocated within the RAM are getting used, right? So no matter how many variables use the same value, you will get the same thing, right? For example, if A is 10 and B is 10 and C is also 10, right? Then A is B and B is C. Both will print true because they are all pointing to the same memory address that is reserved for the value 10, right? So what I can do is now we can see the same feature for other data types as well. Let's try this for strings. Okay, so let's have the value Saurabh stored in variable A, and within the B, we also have the Saurabh value stored. So if I say A is B, it says true. Okay, so A and B both are pointing to the same string, and therefore they are getting pointing to the same memory allocation. But what if A is hello world and B, let's say it is also hello world, right? So if I do A is B now, it says false. So when we are using the string hello world, it is pointing to different memory allocations for different variables. But when I use the single Saurabh value, then A and B both were pointing to the same memory addresses. So for strings, it is kind of unreliable. When I had the single one word string, it was working. But when I have more than one words in my string, it is not very much reliable. So let's see this for other data types. We also have none data type. So if I, let's say, have A equals to none and I have B equals to none. So if I do A is B, then it says true because none is declared only once within our program. And no matter how many variables are referencing to none, they are actually all referencing to a single memory allocation, right? So now let's check for booleans. Okay, so if I have A as true, if I have B as, let's say, again, true, and if I say A is B, sorry, it also says false, right? Similarly, if I had A equals to false, and if I had B equals to false as well. So now I can say again B is actually true, right? So booleans and none data type, they are allocated only once. Uh, the other data types are float. For example, let's say A is equals to 3.14 and B is equals to 3.14. Now, if I say A is B, it says false. So it doesn't work for float data types. They are actually getting freshly allocated within the RAM, right? And let's see other data type, which is tuple. Okay, so if A is 1, 2, 3, and let's say B is also 1, 2, 3. If I say A is B, then again it is not working. So it is not working for floats and it is not working for tuples. And it is working for some other immutable data types. Okay, so it doesn't work for mutable data types at all. So if you have something like a set, for example, A is a set that has value of, let's say, 1, 2, 3, and B is the same. So again, I can do A is B, and this time it says false, right? So freshly memory is allocated for both the variables A and B because both are mutable data types, right? So The interning, it happens for integers, for strings, but it is kind of unreliable. So what we can do is we can also perform manual interning. And how we can do that is we can use the sys module. From the sys module, we can use the intern method, and then we can provide the value that we want to be interned, right? So I want a string value to be interned, and let's say its value is hello world, right? So I can assign it to a variable called a, and then I can assign the same value to another variable, which is let's say b. Now, if I say A is B, it says true. So this value is actually getting interned. It is only getting declared once. It is only getting allocated once. So this is saving extra space for me. So you can use manual interning, and Python does the interning implicitly by itself, so that you do not have to think about caching those values, right? It does that to save space from redundant memory allocation for the same value. And you can also save space manually by using the sys.intern method, so that you can manually intern values that you want to be saved. And this is really helpful because in Python, unlike other programming languages, even the simplest data types, for example, integers, they occupy more space. For example, let's say if I have a value of a, and a here is an integer. So if I do sys.get size of and then pass a, it says 28. That means 28 bytes are actually occupied by a single integer in Python. So this is really helpful because it saves a lot of memory. And that is why interning is really helpful in those kind of a scenario. So this was all about this video.